This first topic is about you can't get attention if he's not attentive. And attentive, basically, the definition of it is giving, observant, considerate, polite, courteous, concerned about the needs of others. And I see a lot of females who jump into relationships and or jump into the idea of a guy just because he gave her a little bit of attention. A little bit of attention does not mean he completely likes you or adores you or wants to be with you. He's only giving a percentage of his time. He doesn't want to fully be around you because he has other obligations. If you're giving him more than what he's giving you, then the relationship is unbalanced. I've seen females, including myself, where, if I figured I'd move to a location where the guy would be, then he would give me that attention that I was seeking. It's not the case. Just because I'm there doesn't take away, and I'm going to take off my glasses so y'all can see my eyes. Just because I'm there doesn't change the fact that he's going to change how he gives his attention to me. If he has other obligations, he has other obligations. Doesn't mean that I'm top priority in his list, in his idea, in his thought. I might want to be, but that doesn't mean that I am just because I'm there. I do hear and I do recognize that guys are observant. They pay attention to every move that we make, how we make them, how we respond to people, even when we think they're not listening or hearing. As soon as we start with an argument, they're listening. But they're being more observant as to how this person handles themselves in a situation. And to them, it might not be pretty. Consider it. I mean, how many dudes have you met where they tell you, bitch, shut up? Or they tell you, go screw yourself? Or they treat you like whatever it is they treat you. Mind you, what did you do to provoke it? And if you didn't do anything to provoke it, then, you might want to rethink the person that you're with. That also goes in line with polite and courteous. But, as women, we give more to a guy verbally and with actions to a guy than necessary. Because we want full and complete attention from this fellow that probably doesn't give a rat's ass about us. I mean, we see it every day on social media where young girls are completely naked or in the bed, showing half of their chest, showing all of their chests, showing their booty, showing everything about them that says, look at me, I want attention, look at me. And then it becomes addicting. That trait becomes addicting because the more likes they get, they think the more men love them or like them. No, they just like your assets. I always talk about that. They only like your assets. They don't like anything else about you because you're just a picture supplying a fantasy for a man for 15 minutes until he logs out. Or an inbox idea or a text or something like that. But you're just supplying the fantasy as a prostitute would do. But that doesn't mean he's attentive to you. He's not concerned about who you are. Has he taken the time to come and visit you? Has he taken the time to give you a call and see what you need? Not the kind of guy that's going to take care of your bills and things like that. I'm talking about a guy who truly and honestly is concerned about who you are as an individual and will help you out. Not to the point to where you're always asking for money or whatever it is and he'll give it to you. No, that's using a person at that point on both parts. But is he attentive to you? Is he giving you what you're giving in return? Mind you, if you're giving nothing but your body and he gives you his body in return, then that's what you ask for. That's what you put out there. The second part is that of the addiction, we begin to see, and women don't lie, we begin to see other females showing off their bodies. And we want to compete with them. We want to show off our bodies just as much so we can get the same attention that that other girl is getting with the likes and the inboxes and all of that stuff. So we begin stripping our identity by showing just our mere asset. Our breasts, our boobs, how we twerk, how we work it, whatever. That doesn't mean they care about you. You're just supplying, again, the fantasy. The biggest industry on social media is prostitution, sex. So what are you doing? I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well get paid, right? Yeah, it sounds that crazy. But that's what you're doing. You're supplying a man's fantasy who only gives you one click of attention. That's it, one click. And then the next day you have to outdo it because you want one click again for his attention. That's it? Is that all you're worth? You can't get attention if he's not attentive. We always talk about we want time. We want to be with the person that we love, or things like he'll show up, he'll come in town, he'll talk to you on the phone for hours on end. If he's not that type of person, he's not that type of person for you. There are females too that want attention, but they see it in the wrong way. They might become too needy. There are guys that talk about females who are completely needy. That turns him off. That doesn't make him want to love you more. It shuts his doors because he's being observant of who you are. He's no longer going to give the attention that you think you need because you made him upset. I mean, if you have think about it. If you have a meal of your favorite meal right there in front of you, be whatever, say a steak, and the steak is right there in front of you and you're eating it, but then they bring another steak, and then they bring another steak, and then they bring another steak, and another, you end up getting sick, disturbed, upset, queasy, uncomfortable, you want to throw up. Now, think of the guy as a person at the table with the plate in front of him, and you're the steak, and your actions are the steak. If you consume your every being about him and you want him to fully take it in every minute upon every day upon every hour, he's going to get fed up with you. He's going to get tired of you. He's going to despise you. There's a thing in relationships where we have to know our position as a player. I talk to my cousin about that all the time. We have to know our position, our role. Just like in sports. If a person is on a basketball court and they're playing too much, fans get tired of them. Even though they're good, they just get tired of them, and you get all this stuff that's going on. Team members start to hate them. Being on a team is about working together and building together. But if you're too focused on yourself, and if you're too focused on getting as all the attention in the world from this one being, and you're not doing it in return, baby, you might as well be single, because that's the relationship you're building already with that person, is a life full of singleness. So there's three things: being attentive, or seeking attention the wrong way. Ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? What type of attention am I seeking? Am I giving attention in return? Is the person that I'm qualifying to be a mate or a husband, helpmate, whatever, is he supplying what's needed or provided? Or am I rushing into this relationship just to say that I have a man? Am I rushing into this lifestyle just to up one of my homegirls because she got married last year in Cancun and I want to get married this year in Cancun? No, trump that. I want to get married in the Bahamas. No, trump that. I want to get married in Paris. What are you seeking attention for with a person that you're interested in or involved in? Ask yourself, are you miserable? If you are, then this is the wrong relationship for you. It's better to take the time to be alone and rebuild who you are, or see your habits and your procedures and what you do in relationships so that you can be a better individual and have the correct person in your life that's meant for you. There's too many people who are getting divorced, too many people who are fighting, too many people who don't know what love is because they're running from the idea of what love could truly mean inside of their spirit and in their heart. And they're running towards a concept or an idea of what love is. And it causes nothing but materialistic problems. Divorce costs money, weddings cost money, and child support costs money. We're falling in love for the wrong reasons. First, let's start with attention. What are you doing it for? Smooches.